Hi everybody, this is Eryn's Yoga and I'm Eryn. Tonight's video is a very brief demonstration of just how little time is required to focus your mind and feel a little bit more centered, more balanced, and just happier basically in your body. So 10 minutes a day goes a long way. I'll have you start lying on the mat and you can begin with your knees bent. Close down the eyes. Bring the hands to rest on the belly. If you have a tendency towards low back tightness or pain, you can drop the knees in towards each other. Widen the space between your feet. Take a moment simply to arrive and to distinguish this time from the rest of the day. Start to turn down the volume on the external world and turn up the volume of your breath. Breathing in more deeply, you can feel the belly rise upwards into the hands. And as you exhale, feel the belly softening down towards the spine. Looking to cultivate that deep belly breathing that has such a calming and healing effect on the nervous system. Couple more rounds of breath like that. And then walk your feet in together. Draw the right knee into the chest, interlace your hands around the right leg, tug the knee towards your right shoulder. And walk your left foot forward, straighten out the left leg. Press the inner edge of your foot forward and root down through that left thigh. You should find a bit of a stretch in through the top of the thigh, your hip flexor psoas muscle. Interlace your hands behind the right leg. Press the sole of the foot towards the ceiling. And point the toes. Draw the toes towards your nose. Firmly press your heel towards the sky. Feel how that deepens the stretch in through your calf muscles. And rotate the ankle a couple of times in both directions. Then rebend the knee, stretch your right arm out to the side, use your left hand and guide the knee out over to the left. You can look left or you can look up to the ceiling or bring your gaze along the right arm, whichever is most comfortable for the neck. Rotate your right palm to face up and soften that right shoulder down. Feel a widening across your collarbones. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4, allowing gravity to draw that knee a little bit closer to the earth. And come back to center. Press into your right foot, shift your hips left, draw the left knee into the chest, interlace your hands around the left leg. And as you tug that knee up towards your left shoulder, soften the elbows inwards and draw the shoulders down away from your ears. So feeling that space between the ears and the tops of the shoulders, a softness along the neck and the front of the throat. You can extend your left foot to the sky. Walk your right foot forward. Feel a stretched top of the right thigh. And bring some movement into your left ankle, pointing and flexing. Deepen the stretch in through the lower leg muscles, your calf muscles. And a couple of rotations in both directions. Now rebend into your left knee, stretch your left arm out to the side, use your right hand and guide the knee over to the right. Either look right to the ceiling or even bring your gaze along the left arm. You can turn your left palm to face up. Widen across the collarbones as your left shoulder softens down. And rather than pressing that knee towards the floor, which is what you don't want to do, you can inhale and feel the knee drawing away from the hip. And exhale, allow gravity to invite the knee closer to the floor. Then come on back to center. Press into your left foot, shift your hips right so that you feel balanced across the tailbone or pelvis, and bring the knees into the chest. With one hand on either knee, rock from side to side. Massage your tailbone, your low back. Massage your back ribs and the backs of your shoulders. As you find your way to neutral, you can make small circles on the ceiling with your knees. Bringing that mobility in through the hip joints. Change the direction. Return to center and rock the arms all the way around the legs. Hold on to your wrists, your forearms, or even your elbows if you're feeling pretty limber. And rather than rocking here, draw the thighs downwards into your torso and imprint the mat with your spine. So pressing the spine downwards into the floor. Backs of the shoulders drawing down towards the floor also, and you can send the tailbone forward. That's a really subtle cue. So you wouldn't feel any shift necessarily, any big shift on the mat, nor would somebody from the outside notice a difference, but you could feel something through the lower back, a lengthening. Squeeze yourself into a tight ball. Draw your forehead towards your knees. Pull the knees towards your forehead. Keep squeezing the thighs down towards your chest. And release. Lower the arms down and lift the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Soften the knees. You're not looking for a hamstring stretch here at all. You want to have your low back pressing into the mat. So shift the legs slightly forward if you need to, bend the knees more deeply if you need to, whatever you need to do to bring your low back to the floor. Then start to relax. You might turn the palms to face up, feel the backs of the shoulders release towards the earth. And while you're looking at your feet, a brief moment of gratitude for all of the work that our feet do in the course of a day, in the course of an entire life, carrying this body around. Connect with your breath. Breathe a little more deeply. Take your fullest breath in. And your deepest exhale. Then bend your knees, wrap the arms around the legs, stretch your right arm up overhead, rock onto the right side of your body, be in a fetal position for just a breath or two. Press into your left hand to lift yourself up. Thank you for joining me. Wishing you a good night's sleep. Namaste.